How you guys doing? Somebody wanted me to make a video. They just communicated this a second ago. That who is the ultimate boxer, excluding Rocky Marciano and Muhammad Ali? Because this is not in reference to them. It's like the younger, because that's like a historic history. I mean, that could be variables of things. Like somebody wanted to know if I ever boxed Rocky Marciano when I was younger, and some people wanted to know that because Rocky Marciano is possibly like an uncle of mine or something. You'd have to see what he says because he's still alive. But in reference to Italy, but my father back in the day, I'm not sure how old Rocky Marciano is. He might lie about his age, but that's okay. That's what some people do. But obviously, being younger, saying that he's younger than he really is. But in reference to who is the best boxer, which boxer has dressed up as more different boxers in professional boxing? Is it me or is it somebody else? Which person has boxed and won the most championships in different weight classes? Some people want to know. Which person is the best martial artist of Olympics up to this time? Which person has the most Olympic accomplishments dressed up as more different Olympic athletes as an individual? Which person can really run the fastest of all speeds and ethnicities and races of athletic speed? This is not racism. It's like, listen to the point of factuality. Which person has the real highest vertical jump? Whether it's 5 feet, 10 feet, 15 feet, running and jumping and seeing how high they can jump. I mean, get over the racism shit. We want the hardcore facts. Which person is the fastest? And it's not based on skin color. Which person has the factual ability and that has shown factual ability? Meaning, like, there's different contests that some athletes don't enter into. But the ones that enter into those particular contests is what is seen as what the competition is and what the criteria of those levels of athletes are. But which athlete, factuality, is the fastest? Whether they're competing or not competing. And it has been proven and documented based on their athletic speed. Which person or which athlete is the fastest bicycle rider? Which athlete, like I said, has the highest jump in reference to jumping ability? Whether they have their muscles on or whether they don't have muscles on, This is very important in reference to just totally just stopping the accusations of racism of, some people say that they thought black athletes was the fastest, or they thought this athlete or that athlete or whatever their skin color was, they thought that's what the fastest was. That's not necessarily true. How many athletes do you think I have dressed up as, whether I've dressed up as an Asian athlete, a black athlete, a white athlete, or any other race? Or have worn a mask or a fake face in athletics? That needs to be known. And if you didn't know, any sports that I've been in, people have been stealing all my revenues. And everybody's been stealing the limelight. And, I'm going to be in sports in the future too. But, the thing of it is, there's other athletes that had to wear disguises because of, keeping things in like somewhat of a neutral form of, their life and their privacy and things like that. But this is one of the situations where people have been stealing all my revenues. They've been trying to steal all my accomplishments, and they're stealing all the monies, and they're stealing all the trophies and stuff. So it has to go public in reference to history and what athletes I've performed as in baseball, football, basketball, or any sports. What movies and TV shows I have been in, which characters I have played in scenes or in movies or accomplishments, and music. Which athlete or which singers I have been, and which people are stand-ins sometimes, and which ones have I performed as, and music or television or movies, and it just has to be out there. Most people know. A lot of people in those industries know. Like in the sports industry, people know what athletes I have been. The audience might not know. Same thing in movies. I've been in different movies. Some people don't know which characters I've played. Same thing in music. Some people don't know which characters I've played in music or what character name or what celebrity name I've performed as in particular films or movies or whatever. But people in that industry know. Like people in the sports industry know what sports athletes I am. People in bodybuilding know what athlete I am. People know in baseball, football, or basketball what athlete I am. People know in the Olympics what athlete I am. People know in music what singer I am. People know what in movies, what characters I've played and who I am. And directing in reference to film or TV shows growing up, So it's very important. People just need to throw it all out there. It'll surprise people. People will like to be surprised in reference to the different characters I've played and, the history of who I am. And a lot of the people that are stand-ins with are happy about that particulars because they're trying to help the situation. Some of them are. And then obviously there's some of them that tried to murder me off, which is not good. So, the situation of people violating the studio contracts of trying to hurt me is a problem. Or in reference to athletics or sports, because they were trying to steal all the revenues of what my performances made. So anyway, it's very important, and it needs to be put out there in the media. And a lot of people like the little surprise of like, oh, that's him too? Oh, wow, that was him in this? Oh, wow. Then they might buy a copy of the film, or they might watch the show again, or they might watch the athletic ability of that particular sport to see if they can notice it was me in reference to any particular sport or any particular music when I've dressed up like a black man and sang songs, or maybe any other race, Latin, or now everybody knows I don't really speak Spanish, but they usually have to tell me words. But same thing with if I've ever sang any Spanish songs or certain other particulars. Like if I sang Italian songs, I got to review a little Italian, some of the words, It's just because I'm not around people that speak very much Italian. I'm being held hostage in Indianapolis. I'm around people that speak English, which English is great too. Singing songs in English and other particulars, but it's like if I sing an Asian song in the future, whether I sing it in Chinese, Japanese, or Korean, that'll be something in the future too. But a lot of people like English songs and sing a lot of English songs. Lots of things of importance.